Are you ready? Okay, let's do this. My name is Sergeant First Class Poole, and I want to talk to you today about the Federal Voting Assistance Program as well as why you should vote. Let's start with who voted in the last election. Who voted in the last local election? Okay. Today, I'm going to discuss with you or try to encourage you to vote. I want to discuss why people don't vote, why you should vote, and a little bit about the voting process. The United States ranks near the bottom in voter participation of all the richest democracies in the world. In fact, out of 169 nations known to use some form of voting rights, the U.S. falls in at 139th. Dismal. Is it out of apathy? Is it a fear or a lack of knowledge of the process? Is it because you just believe that your vote won't count? Well, politics do matter to you. It's something that you can't just afford to let go. What about your TRICARE benefits? What about tuition assistance? What about your paycheck? Are those important to you? Those are all tools that politicians like to use when it comes budget time to get what they want. I intend to talk about the voting process in a minute as it applies to the military. But needless to say, when you're deployed, it can be an intimidating process. So I'm here to tell you how and to help you take care of that need. My one vote won't make a difference. Well, that's your only chance to tell your leadership, your national leadership, your local leadership, what kind of job they are doing. That's where you can make your opinion heard. Keep in mind that it's often only a few people deciding for the majority how our government is going to run. Now that you know why people don't vote, let's talk about why you should vote. It's not my job today to convince you to vote any certain partisan line. However, I want to encourage you to use your civil right and your civil duty as a citizen to vote. Following the Revolutionary War, only white men of influence could vote. That was someone who had land or a business. Then, following the Civil War, the 15th Amendment was enacted, allowing poor white men, and black men to vote. 50 years later, in 1920, women earned the right to vote with the ratification of the 19th Amendment. Then, with the 23rd, 24th, and 26th Amendment, legal disenfranchisement ended at the national level. However, discrimination still occurred. Example, 1965, Selma, Alabama, state troopers, unprovoked, attacked a peaceful demonstration. As a result, Lyndon B. Johnson enacted the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which essentially ended all effective state discrimination at the voting polls. Abraham Lincoln said that our government is a government of the people, by the people, for the people, in the Gettysburg Address. And the main point here is to remember that voting is your opportunity to make your opinion count and express to your representatives what you think of their leadership. This process that we're about to discuss is how it's going to happen, or how you can make it happen. Being in the military can make voting an intimidating process. So Congress recognized that military soldiers that were deployed and their family members had been disenfranchised because they could not vote. So now, via the Uniform and Overseas Citizens Absentee Voting Act of 1986, or UACAVA, Congress formed what is called the Federal Assistance or Federal Voting Assistance Program. The first step of which, or the purpose of which, is to assist overseas or deployed soldiers in placing, both registering and placing their vote in their home state. The first step is to register to vote. I can help you with that via the federal postcard application. The second step is, if you do not receive your absentee ballot via the federal write-in absentee ballot, I can help you place your vote and send it to your home state for you. So, in review, today we talked about voting as a civil right as it applies to you in the military. Why we don't vote, why we should vote, the process as it applies to the military. Not voting and still expecting change is insanity. Albert Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You must vote if you want change. Apathy is not the answer. Thank you.